Hey you guys, I'm back again with another video I want to share with you all. I know it's been a minute. I've been extremely busy with school, trying to get things tied in for that. I'm approaching my senior year, so it's very demanding for me, and also with the kids and everything. So I've wasn't able to, and other projects that I got going on that I can't really share right now, but it's coming. And just having a lot of things to do, I kind of fell off on making my videos, but I'm back again. And the reason why I'm back is because I've been receiving a lot of emails or either inbox in my Facebook page about what is this hashtag self-love, like what does that mean, or how did you start that, or out of all things to say, your hashtag is self-love. And they always ask me, where did that come from, or where did it generate from, or ways that they can start to and things that they can incorporate in their daily life on how to start loving themselves. So what I did was, instead of just responding individually, I'm just going to make this video, and I hope it'll be really quick, but it's just, I'm going to give you 10 ways when these things are personal to me. These are everything that I share, either I've been through it, I came through it, or people that are in my immediate circle have been through the same thing, so I get information from them. So what I'm going to share with you is something personal, and this is the reason why I decided to just be like, okay, it's all about self-love, and this is 10 ways on how you can start loving yourself. And just to give you a little backstory, the reason why I'm so adamant about that is because I think it starts with self. We are so quick to jump in relationships and jump into things and hobbies or anything, and we want to give our all to that and put so much into that, but we are neglecting ourselves. We forget the fact that at the end of the day, we matter too, that you have a purpose, that you have a soul, you have feelings, and that you matter too. And we neglect that. We put us on the back burner, especially a lot of women that I know. We're mothers, we're wives, we're in relationships, we wear so many hats, and that we forget to be like, okay, at the end of the day, I matter too. And we neglect ourselves, and we miss out. We miss out on our purpose. We miss out on our calling. We miss out on hobbies and things, and just being a free spirit and being adventurous. So what I want to share with you all today is 10 ways to start loving yourself, and what self-love is all about for me. So, and this is not any particular order. This is just things that when I get to writing and brainstorming about some stuff and reminiscing on some things, it just came to me. So 10 things I'm going to share with you all. Okay, so number one is you need to, when learning how to love yourself, you have to first kind of like do a little soul searching and think about some stuff that is in your head, that's maybe in your subconscious mind, to bring those things to the forefront and start thinking about, what is it about me that is making me feel less than or unlovable or not liked. So you need to start changing change your thoughts about how you view yourself. And the reason why I say that, for an example, if you always view yourself as someone who is not smart, or someone who is mediocre, or someone who is always going to be this body shape that you're not pleased with, or you're always viewing yourself as in a negative light, when you start viewing yourself that way and thinking about that, you're starting to act out those things in your life. So if you're always viewing yourself as less than, then you're only going to do just enough to get by. You're not going to put your all into something to actually birth your full potential in that particular area. So you're going to always be stuck. If you always view yourself as this lazy, unproductive person, or not going to be a successful person, if you're always viewing yourself that in that light, then that's what you're going to put out. You're going to put out mediocre stuff. You're not going to be as productive. You are going to continue to be lazy, and you're not going to put your best foot forward in every area of your life. So you're just going to just pretty much be existing and not living. So you need to start changing the way you start viewing yourself, because 9 times out of 10 there are stuff that you have probably labeled yourself as to keep you from experiencing the full benefits that life has to offer because of fear. You may have did this because of someone told you that this is all you're going to be. So you need to start changing the way that you're thinking and viewing yourself as an individual, so you can start putting those lies to rest and start living in the truth, because you have the ability to change those things. So that's the first thing I think you need to do, is to change your mindset. It always starts with your mind. Change those negative views about how you view yourself. So that's number one. Number two is stop living up to negative labels. And these could be negative labels that you've placed on yourself, or others has placed on you. You know, like, as I stated before, labels of oh, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not designed to do that type of thing, or I can't do this, and all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and these pity parties, these labels that you put on yourself. And this is just how I am, this is who I am, my mama was this way, and my daddy was this way, so this is how I'm going to be. Or other people telling you these things, that you'll never be nothing because your daddy was a nothing and your mom was a nothing. Those negative things, stop living up to those negative labels. Get rid of those labels. Labels don't do nothing in a negative aspect. They don't do anything but keep you cuffed, keep you boxed in, and it keeps you from spreading your wings and being the best version of yourself. So that's number two, is to get rid of those negative labels that you have placed on yourself. And number three is, and this is very important, and I think a lot of us are guilty of this too, to some degree, is that we need to stop worrying about what other people say about us, or what they're thinking about us. You know, we always want to and to me, when we do that, we keep ourselves locked in to what we expect others to, what we want others to view us as, instead of just being true and authentic. You know, if you are a free spirit and you like, I don't know, bungee jumping, and you know that's not a popular thing, especially, you know, in the African American community, we don't do stuff like that. So, but if that's who you are and that's what you want to do it. If there's a certain type of music that you listen to and it's not really accepted or whatever, but you like it, do it. Stop worrying about what other people think. Stop worrying about what other people may say. If it's placed on your heart to do a certain thing, or you are a certain type of way, embrace that thing, because that's who you are. So you need to just walk in your truth and stop worrying about what other people say. Because one thing about that is that, and I never forget, my father always told me this, is that 100% of the time people are going to say something about you. It's going to be good, it's going to be bad, it may be negative, it may be positive. They're always talking. And if you continue to just try to drive your life in every area of that to please them, you're not going to be happy within yourself. You're going to always try, you're pretty much being a chameleon and just molding yourself to fit their expectations of what they want you to be. So just forget that. Stop worrying about what people say, because they're going to talk. There's nothing we can do about that. It's out of your control. Stop worrying about what they may think, and who cares. And sometimes, if we really think about it, when we start to put ourselves out there and say, oh, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to, you know, announce this or whatever, because people may think this or say this or whatever, you know, 9 times out of 10, well, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, but majority of the time, that they may not even be thinking about that, or really giving you so much of a thought to where they would even want to question anything that you're doing or saying anything about it. It's just like, oh, okay, you know. But you know, it's, so some of that stuff is in our head. You know, we can't continue to just think that, you know, if we do a certain thing or act a certain way, or announce a certain type of thing or event that's going on in our life, or something grand in our life, that people are going to say something about it, because they may not even care. So get that out of your head, live your life, be a free spirit, and do you. So stop caring about what people say. And that's number 3. So number 4 is we have to learn how to stop being emotionally driven. Now, and when I say that, you know, how it ties into loving yourself is that we have to understand our emotions change often. They change by the hour, they can change by the day, they can change by, you know, anything. Situations may occur that will change and alter our emotions and how we're feeling. You know, someone may say something to us that will alter and change our emotions and how we're feeling. You know, the environment, the weather. You know, I love to go outside. I like the earth. I love earthing. I love going outside, being at one with nature, and I love the sun. So I noticed that with myself, when the sun is not out, especially if it's like now, it's been like maybe 3 days that no sun, maybe had a little peak here and there, but it was not shining bright, and that alters how I feel. So what I had to learn how to do is to create a world within my world. I had to start tapping into things that is going to keep me grounded, keep me balanced, so that I won't let that not having my sunlight in my life for that particular moment bring me down or keep me sad or keep me stuck or in the bubble or just having a negative attitude. So I had to learn how to create a world within my world. And what I started to do is I started, of course, listening to my music, meditation and prayer, being around people who are uplifting and positive. And I love to laugh and crack jokes. So I would do that. Being around my kids, I just started to just kind of like doing things that alter the situation that I had no control over. So that's number 4, is that we need to not be emotionally driven and be in control of our emotions and understand and learn ourselves, so that we won't be pulled left and right and all over the place. We can find a balance and be calm and cool and learn how to fight our battles. Pick and choose which one you want to fight, because just because they say something or do something and you're going to respond to everything of it, you're going to drain yourself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You are going to be drained. So to love yourself, you have to understand that your emotions are going to change. They are going, and there's sometimes they're going to change by situations that are out of your control. But those that you do have control over, you need to take control of it, so you would not be so quick to respond to every little thing that happens in your life, because you're going to be all over like a ping pong. You're just going to be all over the place. So that's number 4, is to not be so emotionally driven. And number 5 is which is very important, to learn to really authentically love yourself. You have to get to a place in your life where you are able to forgive. Yes, forgiveness. And I know that's a tough one for a lot of people. For a moment, it was tough for me because I did not understand the true art of forgiveness. But once I understood that, yes, it really is true that forgiveness is for me and not for that so much of that other person, because what I was doing was, by not forgiving, I was keeping myself in prison. I was keeping myself, stuck in this attitude towards that person of being hateful and negative and nasty or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? It was weighing me down. So to free myself and to love myself and to just let that heavy weight go, I had to forgive whoever mistreated me, whoever said something negative about me, whoever did anything to make me feel less than. I had to learn how to forgive, and and it was hard, but it can be done. And I didn't know how to forgive, so I had to start to ask God to help me, to remove that bitterness and that hate and that negative thing from my life, from my heart, so that I can say I forgive you. Now, that doesn't mean we have to be BFFs or but I'm able to be in your presence. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. And you do not alter how I feel or alter anything because I've forgiven you. So forgiveness is very important when you want to learn how to, in ways I'm on, learning how to really love yourself. And also forgiveness can be reflected on you. You have to learn how to forgive yourself for things that you did or didn't do, or places you said you wanted to go and didn't go in life. You have to learn how to forgive yourself. And just and don't hold yourself to the state to where it's kind of like you're beating yourself up every day because you didn't do this or you did do that and you said you wouldn't go there and you did it and all this other stuff. It's just too heavy. Wipe the slate clean, forgive yourself, and move forward. Forgive. So that's number 5, is to forgive yourself. And this is my favorite. Number 6 is self-love is to honor thyself. Yes, we need to learn how to take time out to honor ourselves, to appreciate ourselves, to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. For an example, the way I love on myself from a mind standpoint is, like I said, I learned how to filter those negative things out. They're going to come. There's no way you can avoid it. It's life. They're going to come. You're going to think negative thoughts may be poured into your spirit, and you're going to think about it. But the key is that you can't dwell there, because so of a man thinketh, so is he. And we don't want those things to be manifest in our life. So I had to learn how to filter those things out daily by meditating, just filtering it out. And even when it comes to my body, I had to learn how to honor myself with my body. I'm 34 years old. I can't, eat and do and indulge in the way that I in certain things like I used to when I was much younger. I'm just like, I appreciate my body. I appreciate, the body that God has given me. I embrace everything about, my body, my physical appearances, flaws and all. I embrace it and I love that. So I had to learn how to honor my body by working out, doing my hair, taking care of my skin, eating healthy, and drinking water. And anybody who really knows me know I used to hate water. Like, I hate it. I could not stand it. And I had to learn how to start drinking water, and I make detox waters now, and I drink it daily. Every now and again, I will drink like just a case of water. I will drink that, but I do my detox water, my lemon water. Ways I had to alter it so I can start taking it. And so now, if I do drink plain water, it's not as bad. So I had to learn how to honor my body, and then my spirit. I pray. I pray to God. I open up to Him. I let everything out. I write a lot. I do a little earthing, get out there in my sun and my nature, and just feel His presence. So that's how I take care of myself, my body and spirit, honoring myself, because I love myself, because I am important and I matter. And if no one else take care of Courtney has to learn how to take care of her. And so you have to do the same thing. If no one else is going to love you and take care of you the way that you can, so set that example on what it is to love you by doing it for yourself first. So that's number 6, is to honor yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And number 7 is very important also. In self-love, we have to understand that, you were not just created to do things in life. You have a purpose for your life. There is something, and that purpose won't let you sleep. It won't let you rest. It's always on your mind. You're constantly thinking about it. That right there is your purpose. If it's a business that you want to open up, a book you want to write, if you want to be a nutritionist, things like that, whatever it is that is placed that you're so passionate about, that is your purpose. So we need to learn how, and that's number 7, is that we need to learn how to manifest our dreams. There's a reason why that thing is still there. It's still eating you up inside. I can't sleep. It's always there. That's because you need to birth that thing. And loving yourself, you would do that. You would learn how to put forth the effort to birth whatever it is that's placed in your spirit. We have to understand that, like I said, we're not just here to do a job or here to do things or to have these titles and all this other stuff. No, there's something bigger to your life that God designed you for, and you need to tap into it. And once you do tap into that thing that you are so passionate about, and I'm speaking from experience, you will begin to love yourself and appreciate yourself more, because it's like, whoa, I didn't know I had it in me. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know that, I was capable of that. And that's because you never took the time to invest in yourself, to actually birth the thing that you're so passionate about. And sometimes it may revert back to fear, and also the fact that you're worried about what other people are going to think. Stop caring. Who cares? Do your thing. Do you birth your vision, manifest your dreams. So that's number 7. Number 8. Is very important also. When we love ourselves, we have to understand that everything and everyone is not for us. Your brand is not compatible with some other people's brand of a person. So therefore, you have to learn how to set boundaries. And setting boundaries does not keep you in. It does not keep you sheltered. It does not keep you cuffed or boxed in. What it does is that it monitors and it sets the tone of what you will allow and what you won't allow. What's able to come through is kind of like being a gatekeeper to your soul, to your environment, to your world. It's setting boundaries. If I know that this person is always a negative Nancy, and I can give advice and I can say this on what to do, what not to do, but they never take it, then it's like, okay, you know, I have to kind of cut those strings, because now your energy is pouring over into me and it's bringing me down, and that's what I don't want. So I love you. I'm here for you, sweetheart, but I have to keep you over there. But when you're ready, I'm able to receive you if you're going to put in the work. So that's how I do a lot of people when they come to me with certain type of things. You know, it's always a woe is me. It's like a pity party. And we have to understand also, and just a side note, some people like that. Some people are addicted to their pain. Some people are addicted to drama. Some people are addicted to that because it gives them attention that they're really seeking, and they don't even realize it. So what you have to do is just kind of like cut that string, even if it's in a particular environment. And, you know, a lot of us, we grew up and we had childhood friends, and we used to party a certain type of way or go to certain type of things or whatever. And back then it was cool. You know, that was our thing. That's how we hung out. That was our stuff. But now that I'm older and my mindset has changed, my attitude and my personality and things kind of altered a little bit, I realized that environment does something to me. It kind of throws me off. So you have to set boundaries to where it's kind of like, you know, I can probably visit there every now and again, but I can't dwell there with you like that anymore. And if, you know, sometimes you have to just cut them off out of love, you know, not saying that you're better. It's just that you're trying to be the best version of yourself. So you have to love yourself enough to know that you have to set those boundaries. There are certain things, certain people, certain places, certain foods, certain drinks that you just cannot partake in anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. So that's number 8. It's to set boundaries. Number 9. I do this every morning, and not just every morning, even sometimes at night before I go to bed, or either I'm driving in my car, or where I see or feel myself kind of thrown off a little bit by a situation that's out of my control, or something someone may have said to me or acted a certain type of way, is words of affirmation. I have to check myself. I am the CEO of my life. I am the head person in charge. I am that woman. I am that queen. So it is my responsibility to make sure that I keep myself in check. Words of affirmation, telling myself something positive about me every day, embracing and acknowledging my flaws and my failures. I have to learn how to do those things, you know, and everything, and speaking those positive things within my world, and not just saying it, but speaking it. It's something powerful about our words. When we put it out there in the atmosphere, it starts to manifest itself in our lives, and we can see it. You are great. You will be successful. Your body will do what it's supposed to do. You will heal. And just a little quick story, side note, is when I was diagnosed, they tried to diagnose me with diabetes, I was just like, okay, I'm not about to accept this. I'm going to do whatever it is that is necessary to do to reverse this. I started to speak to my body. You will work. You will do what you're supposed to do. You will produce insulin. My body will receive it. It will do, you will act right. You will do what you are supposed to do. And on top of that, I started to eat healthy, exercise, and work. Now when I take my test, those levels are so normal that it doesn't even seem like I was even affected by it. So we need to learn how to just do that. It's to just speaking the words of affirmation. Speak life over yourself. Speak life over those dead situations in your life. It's very important, very imperative that we do that. So that's number 9. And number 10 is to know that you're not perfect. And yes, you are going to fail. And that's okay. A lot of times we think that, you know, when we put our best, even if it's our best foot forward, we still fail. We still miss the mark, whether it's a failed relationship, whether it's you failed at a job duty, whether you fail in certain areas as being a mother, whether you failed in a certain area being a father. In every area in our life, it's okay. We're going to fail. And you're not perfect, and you're going to. But it's how you fail and how you view that failure and what you do with that failure that will determine how you bounce back. So if you do fail, you need to fail forward, meaning that you need to honor how you feel. You know, you need to kind of settle in your feelings. Dang, I failed, I messed up. Then you need to start learn how to alter how you fail. What is it that I need to do different? What is it that I could have done differently so that to make this so that I won't fail again? or try my best not to fail again at it again. You know, we need to learn how to fail forward and understand that you're not perfect and it's okay. So those are 10 things that I've done. Of course, it's so much bigger than this. It's so much bigger than those 10 things. But those are just 10 things that I do, and in order to learn how to love myself more. And of course, like I said, it's so much other stuff, but for the sake of time, I just want to keep it to those 10. So I hope and pray that this video blesses you the way that it blessed me. And remember that you need to practice self-love every day, because if you don't learn how to love yourself, you are not going to teach others how to love you. And so what you do is, in the way that you present yourself and your brand, you're going to draw that. Your energy, your purpose, your tribe, your vibe attracts your tribe. So what vibes are you putting out there? You know, so if you want those things to come into your life, first of all, first and foremost, learn how to love yourself, okay? So I hope and pray that this blesses you the way that it blesses me. And remember that self-love is truly the best love.